Hi, y'all, and welcome to Women of a Particular Age podcast, where we discuss women's views, life lessons, and a little bit of sugar honey iced tea. Heather, listen, before we get started, girl,
Yeah.
that picture that you posted the other day, you look so slim, so trim. You look like the green giant with those long legs. Green giant. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate. Yes, I posted on a Facebook, did a live video with my new stand. I've had it for just a little while, and I decided I went out to the front yard. It's nice and cool outside, and I'm just gonna give everybody a full view of me head to toe. So yeah, and I got a lot of nice supportive and nice compliments from people.
That's right.
And that felt really good. And plus,
as friends, we should be supporting each other. And
yes,
honestly, you do look good. You look good.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I'm feeling so good. I got onto those. I took 2 pairs of jeans. They're newer jeans that I had used many years ago, size 14, and I put them on. It was like, oh my gosh, they fit, and I feel so good. So I hadn't really come online to talk about my weight loss in the past week and a half or maybe 2 almost. So I thought, let me do something different. So it was fun, and I got a lot of love and support as always, friend, and from you, which I love. Thank you so much. It makes me feel so good. And so just on the journey.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. So, folks, let me tell you, this weekend for me was wonderful. You guys will see my podcast by myself on Wednesday. I just was so filled with God this week. There was a lot of good preaching. I got to spend a lot of time with a lot of important folks, and it just was a wonderful weekend. But before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe. jollystudios@gmail.com, www.jollystudios.com, and please, so you can follow Heather on her journey, please go to @HeatherMola. She has lots of little videos and pictures of her and her husband and of her. And we're going to get more in the future to come. So listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start our intro, and then folks, we'll be right back. Give us a moment. Awesome. We are so glad you guys stayed with us. All right. So before we get started, Heather, what do we do before we get started? Ooh, and that's look at, I got the Black Girl Magic always, but Heather, tell me about that mug. Where'd you get it, girl?
Well, this one I ended up getting at Home Goods, like for springtime, has all those little pretty flowers, and it's got green tea in this one today.
Yes. And
what's in
yours? In mine, I have cranberry juice because I'm an older lady. I like to have good bladder health for all y'all. So if that's what y'all want to know, good bladder health, it's cranberry juice.
Very important to have, especially at this age. Yes. Mm-hmm. Cheers.
Cheers, darling.
All right.
Good for that overactive bladder. Okay. All right. Let me stop playing. These people be seeing me on here. I'm talking about overactive bladder. And then in the other podcast, I'm looking like, hello, I'm Donna Summer. Let me stop. Okay. All right, folks. So listen, me and Heather always make sure that we have a good Gen X baby boomer subject. And this is one that me and Heather live all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the subject for today is Gen Xers in the workplace. Bom, bom, bom. Heather, me and you know this very well, right?
We live it, girl. Every day, live and breathe it.
We live it.
Yeah.
So, folks, listen, Gen Xers bring valuable experience, skills, and perspectives to the workplace. Here are some key points to consider, and we actually do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some
Yes.
key points to consider. Now, we are going to talk about the strengths of Gen Xers. Okay. And some of the strengths are experience and expertise in their fields, strong work ethic and independence, problem solving and adaptability, leadership and mentorship abilities. Now, I don't know about you guys, but once again, me and Heather both work at two different facilities, and I'm going to tell you, for me, at my facility, I've been at my facility over 20 years. I have won every accolade there. With these things stating about experience and expertise in the field, strong work ethics and independence,
Mm-hmm.
problem solving and adaptability, leadership and mentorship abilities, I think that for me, I've done all these things. And now I'm just happen to be at a space where I just want to be a good employee, work hard, and then move on into the sunset. Heather, tell us about your experience, darling.
Well, where I've already been here 14 years. Now, mind you, that's a very long time for me because
Yes, yes.
when I was younger and I was going through the career ladder, I would generally move about every 6 years. And so I've done everything, from, you know, entry level all the way to management. And
Right,
then, where I'm at now, I'm comfortable. And
right.
so I've been doing this job for several years. And, I was also able to grow and move within the company quite a bit. So I've done a lot of things here. So it's always kept me excited and challenged because I'm that type of person. I always like to learn new things. I don't like to be bored,
Right.
and, when I get that itch. But right now I'm in a really good spot. I'm going to be, I'm getting close to retirement age, and I'm happy where I'm at. And I just, I come to work every day. I do the best job I can. And I do, I enjoy it. And so, maybe not so much today because I've had one of those days, but
Right,
most days I do.
right.
But,
Don't
yeah.
worry. We're gonna get to it. Don't worry. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
Mhm.
All right. So
Yeah.
listen, we talked about our strengths. Okay, we talked about that. So now we're gonna talk about the challenges, and some of the challenges are
Mhm.
adapting to rapid technological changes. Look at I got that word out, girl.
Mhm. Good. Yes.
Differences and stereotypes,
Mhm.
balancing work and personal life, finding
Yes.
opportunities for growth and development. Now, I'm going to be honest with you.
Mhm.
The technological changes, those are things I'm still working on. I'm still working on that with the podcast. Some of these other things,
Mhm.
navigating generational differences, yeah, that's kind of hard because sometimes I feel like the younger people are looking at us like we're just old. Well, we are older,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
with us at our facilities,
Yes.
we're the ones that have the more experience.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're more, I would say, computer savvy, but we are more customer service driven. Now, I'm not going to
Yes.
say that some of these young people they don't have those skills. I'm just stating
Mhm.
for us because we
Mhm.
are oldies and goodies. Some of
Yes.
us we're pretty good at it. Heather, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm going to share something with you. When I first started working, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't have computers. Everything was done on paper.
That's right.
The phone systems were push button. If there
Mm-hmm.
was a 6 phone line and we have 6 people, 6 or 7 people manning the phones, and you
Right.
had to keep track of what line number you were on with that customer because you didn't want to pick
Yes,
up the
that's
wrong
the old
line.
school. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
And we had cards in a metal cabinet with the person's name and their info, and had to take it out. You crossed out the old address and put the new address.
Girl,
Okay.
right?
So let me tell you something. We've seen it all. We were
Yes,
non-technology and grew
right,
with the technology. So you know
right,
what? We bring a lot to the table, and still
right.
there is a lot of stuff that's out there that maybe we're not as savvy. And because, I'm really focusing on my work and not really like learning all the new stuff that's out there because,
We're just
we're
focused,
busy.
on actually working.
I'm just doing my work,
doing our work, and making sure we're taking care of
and doing
our
and,
job,
and, learn,
the things we
and
do
doing
to complete the job.
and doing the podcast and that technology and all that. But we come with a wealth of knowledge, to the workplace where maybe, like you said, the younger people, the technology, they may be a little bit more savvy with that. But I think we do bring a lot to the table. Now, you're right about challenges, but the challenges can be, it can be a good thing as well because you know what? It keeps us on our toes as well, right? So it keeps us growing and it keeps us moving, and learning. So it keeps our mind sharp, right? So, I mean, look, I feel like we're able to adapt very well. I would always use this one thing with people. When people would be like, like freaking out, like, oh my God, we're going through another change. Don't do that. You're stressing yourself out. Change is coming no matter what you want. Be the Nerf ball. And they would say, what? I said, well, I don't know. Are you too young to? There was a Nerf ball. You squeeze it and you throw it and it just bounce off the walls. Sometimes you just have to be like
they don't know anything about a Nerf ball. So you going back.
Remember the Nerf ball? The Nerf football?
Yeah, don't go. Listen,
guys, look it up. Nerf football. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. But anyways, we have to adapt, and even you know what? Because sometimes young people they want everything
microwave. They want it really, really fast.
Yes, they want everything fast. But we've seen it all. We've gone from the slow turtle pace to now this. Right. So, in every age, there's challenges.
That's right. That's right. And I feel like we can adapt because once again, we did come from paper to computer. So I think that we're actually doing pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now our next topic is opportunities. Okay. All right. That would be leadership roles and mentorship, knowledge and sharing, collaborations, flexible work arrangements, contributing to organization stability and continuity. I'm going to be honest with you, Heather, for me, because this is real quick for me.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm at that age where I just want to do well. I want to adapt at the position, and then I want to fade off to the sunset. Once again, we've both been in leadership roles. That's not where I'm at anymore. My heart is where we're at outside of work. Yes, we're working hard at work, and we're going to continue to do so. We always give 100%. I know that we do. I know you probably do at your facility. I do at mine. But at this point, I don't want to be in any type of leadership role. I just want to work. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Well, first of all, there's always opportunities because I ended up switching from one type of specialty to another. So I kept it fresh. And, I've always had a leadership, I guess, in me. So I do mentor people without even really realizing or knowing. I do like to be helpful to people. If I see something that I can give some advice on some work thing or something like that, because we're a team, I will extend myself out. But you're right. I'm at a point in my life as well that I'm content where I'm at because I'm constantly learning and things are changing. So it's keeping it fresh. And I make myself available, for others, that are willing to grow, so I'm willing to give information, so people can learn from my experience, So if they're open to it, I'm there. I'm ready to help whoever needs
and keep
it.
this in mind. I have no problem helping anybody. I have no problem giving the information, but I feel like just because of the way that I'm set up at my position, I'm not really working with anybody side by side. So unless you came and asked me, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay.
Right. And it depends on your situation. Like I will get people that are newer that will come and ask me questions. Or I may come across something that I see that maybe someone maybe doesn't realize or doesn't have the knowledge, and I'd like to share to help. But you're right, because I work from home, so I don't really have a lot of interactions other than within the system or someone calling me.
Right.
But it's different the way we work now.
Right.
We're not
okay.
with
So
people.
let's get to this last one because we're almost out of our time.
Oh yes,
all right.
yes.
So our last one is best practices. Okay, and what those subjects are under best practices are recognizing and valuing their experience, provide opportunities for growth and development, fostering a collaborative and inclusive work environment, offer flexible work arrangements. I don't know what that is for me. Once again,
right.
I'm here to just work. I'm here
Right.
to have a good relationship with everyone. Once again, if somebody asks me for information, I can give it to them. I've worked at my facility for a long period of time.
Yes.
Right now, I'm just coasting. That's where I'm at. So give us something really quick, Heather, because we want to get to the next.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm kind of in the same thing. When it says job flexibility, I've got it now. I like it. I like it. And I'm happy to drive in and, to work and drive, and drive back home. So I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So that's
all right.
Really.
So now, folks, listen, just to wrap this up, by understanding and supporting Gen Xers, organizations can leverage their strengths and create a more productive and inclusive workplace. I feel like because me and Heather have both talked about our facilities, I feel like that happens at our facilities. I don't think we have issues as far as that. And once again, we're always open to help. So that's not really the issue. I think that we're just trying to tell you that we're in a different stage of life, that we're just ready to move forward. That's it. That's really where we're at. Okay.
Right.
So now let's talk about this movie very quickly because I kind of know where me and Heather both feel about this movie. And the movie that we saw is Netflix, iHostage. And let me find a picture for you. Okay. Give me a moment.
All right.
Here is the picture. Now, folks, this movie came out this year. It's an hour and 42 minutes. Okay. And the description of this movie is when a gunman enters an Apple store in the heart of Amsterdam, the police face a delicate challenge to resolve the standoff inspired by true events. Okay. Now, folks, let me tell you something. I'm going to wrap mine up really quick. This movie for me was a typical hostage movie. There was nothing, nothing special about it. Okay?
I agree.
Man comes into a store with some type of a bomb, gun, whatever you want to call it. He takes hostages, okay, and then he tells them what type of ransom. He tells them what he wants in order to get out of there. And we know at the end of this, he doesn't leave alive. This movie was the typical hostage movie. There's nothing I can add to it. Heather, how do you feel about this movie?
Well, Tara, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. Okay. I felt like I was taken hostage in this movie because, we did pick this movie to watch. So I did watch it from start to finish with my husband. And at the end of the movie, me and my husband just looked at each other like, meh, this was okay. Nothing spectacular, nothing to say, wow, this was a good movie. I can give it some good review. It had some good things. It was all right. It wasn't bad. It was okay. It was okay.
I don't put it like this. I'm just going to be honest because we're supposed to be honest about the movie.
Yeah, it was okay.
There's nothing special about it. No. Regular hostage movie. It just was what it was. Would I ever watch it again? No, I would not.
Me neither. I really wouldn't recommend it to. I mean, it's not a movie I would recommend.
Right. It just
honestly, it's just meh. It's like
it was just
it's not. You can go watch it. It's okay. You know what? If you like to watch a show without commercials, okay, watch it.
Right.
Right.
This wasn't that big of a deal. Okay. Sure. So listen, folks, me and Heather are going to leave. We're going to talk with you guys later because, of course, we're business women. So sometimes when we get off of here, I know you think that we're just potting, but sometimes we're on to the next job. Okay.
Yeah.
So, that's usually how it works for us. Okay. But before you leave, please like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
JollyStudios@gmail.com, www.jollystudios.com, and at Heather Mola. She's got wonderful pics of herself. She's getting slim, trim,
Thank
and
you,
sugar
friend.
free.
Yes,
Okay?
please follow me.
Please. Okay.
Love
So we
it.
appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we'll see
Thank
you guys
you.
next week.
Thank
Bye.
you. Good night.